Hello, this is Jeremy from Property Inspection Manager. In this video we want to show you how to set up PIM for conducting commercial property inspections. So the first time you log in using your username and password as a PIM Premium user, you will be prompted to select either residential or commercial settings. Okay, so I'm going to select commercial, press continue. Now, just be aware if you've already downloaded PIM and you've got inspections on your iPad for residential, if you do this download commercial settings, it will remove any of your previous inspections. So get in touch with us if you need to discuss this further at support@propertyinspectionmanager.com. Now, with a lot of our commercial property users, we know that people have different profiles of properties. Some are more industrial, some will have a wide variety, some will be industrial, office blocks, and what we've done is create a number of property profiles as a start, but as you know, you can actually customize your PIM to suit your type of properties that you look after and manage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into inspections on the bottom bar and create a new inspection, pressing the word inspection and the plus. What you'll see here is we've got a number of property profiles, small offices and large offices, restaurant and retail. As I say, you can add different profiles to your PIM. For this inspection, I'm just going to select a small office. Up will come my data entry screen. I'm just going to put the address in. Now, if you are a PIM Premium user, have a chat with us because we may be able to import your data from your trust accounting system in a way that makes sense. And when I say that, we need to discuss your profiles and the way that you want to conduct inspections. So I've put some information in there. I can also add tenant details, owner details, rental amounts, etc. I won't do that at the moment. The other thing that's important to look at in here is I've got the icons for offices, toilet blocks and parking spaces / garages. So if I go into here, I can now change and add additional areas to my inspection at this stage. I do that by pressing the plus sign or the minus sign to take things away. So I'm going to add a storage area, and I'm also going to add, in this instance, a cold room as well. It's done, ready to go. So now I press done. Up will come my inspection and I'm ready to start inspecting. If I go into here, I've got all my areas. So you'll see I've got the rooms that I'm going to inspect. I've also at the bottom got maintenance required, suggested improvements and now summary. These are call out areas, and the call out areas will go onto the front of your report. But depending on what you want to collect in terms of the condition and the comments that you want to make and how you want to communicate them, we can add other areas to the front of your report. Now, the other thing that you'll see here is that we've got 0 out of 15 and 0 out of 8. Those are sub-inspection areas or attributes that you're checking for that room or inspection area. You don't need to fill them in if it's just a quick inspection, but if this is an ingoing inspection, you'd probably want to use those. So if I just tap on a box, you'll see in here we have all the attributes of that area, door, floor, etc., window locks. Again, all those can be customized and you can report on each of those areas individually. Coming back to my main screen again, at this stage, if I want to change the order of these rooms, I can press edit. You'll see there's some little grey bars on the right hand side, and I can move my offices down or my kitchen down to the back next to the cold room, and so I get the flow of the rooms for that property. And once it's changed once in PIM, it's safe the next time you do an inspection. Okay, so I've got my rooms, I've got the order correct. Now what I'm going to do is go into an area and capture my comments and my photos. So I've got a notes area here. I can click the notes area and I can key in my notes. That's my least preferred option. I can also use these little circles with crosses to bring up my shorthand words and phrases, which are basically terms that you use frequently and you can just drop in. So what I can do here is I can scroll through and I can select a phrase, fencing needs replacing. Now I can do that by scrolling through and dropping in. I can also filter on the area, so you can create your own custom phrases, and you can put and assign them to a different area. So you could have half a dozen for the exterior, half a dozen for cold room, all that sort of stuff. The other thing that I can do is, if I know the abbreviation, like fence, and then press the spacebar on my keyboard, it brings up the phrase above the notes section. I can touch it and drop it in. So that's actually quite a good way of being able to capture comments quickly, and you don't need to be online to do that. Now, if your iPad has a SIM card, or if you hotspot to your iPhone, you can use Siri to capture your voice and convert to text. So there's the microphone on the keyboard. If I press that, I can talk into my iPad, capture my notes very quickly, and it does get used to your accent, even a dodgy pommy one. Now, definitely this is worthwhile if you've got a quiet area, or if there's nobody in the property. If there's a lot of background noise, it's not ideal. We've also got this field called additional notes. If you put something in additional notes, it won't go into the main report, but you can create a cleaning or maintenance report that consolidates all your additional notes in the areas, and you can give those to a tenant, or you can give those to a maintenance person. So I'm just going to add something in here. Remove rubbish from the right hand side of the property. Now, I've got my quick check labels as well. These labels can be changed and customized to suit the way that you would report quickly. Tick once, you've got a tick. Tick twice, you've got a cross. And I've got some maintenance in there. So that's a quick visual on the report as to what's going on, and you can highlight areas of concern with the cross. Then you've got your photo bar. So if I press the photo bar, up will come my camera. And excuse me, I am actually in my office at the moment, so here's a strange record. Tap the screen to focus, click the camera. At this stage, I can use the icons on the right-hand side to use a picture as a cover photo, so that will go on the front of your report to show the building and evidence that you've been there. You can also add notes to that photo, so reinforce, remove rubbish, add, and that will appear above the photo. Use photo. You can also take a photo and add it to include in the maintenance report, which is using that one there. Use photo. And also you'll see that there's this icon that says photo library. You can actually go into your camera roll on your iPad, and you can select an image or several images to add to your inspection. So I'm going to add those two there. That's useful if you want to just walk around the property, take some photos, and do your report afterwards. Okay, done. Now, I'm not going to go through all of my inspection areas now. I'm just going to add some additional information to maintenance required. I'm just going to drop something in here quickly. Suggested improvements. I'm just going to drop something in there as well. And our summary, I know if I put in our summary A-OK, A-OK, press the space bar, a lovely inspection, no problems to report, done. So I've captured all my comments, captured my photos. I go back to the address of the property, to the home screen. I can now go to my action button in the top right hand corner, and I can select to either preview the inspection, which will merge my photos and comments with the template that we've created, and I'll be able to look at it on my iPad, and then I can send it to where it needs to be sent to, or I can submit my inspection, which will create my report, and it will also email my report as an MS Word document and a PDF document to my email address. So I'm just going to press submit now. And as I say, that's going to merge my photos, comments into the template that we can create for you. And we can create those documents not only to reflect your branding, but also the structure and the way that you present your information. Okay, I'm going to view that now. This is a standard PIM logo on here, but we've got address details. We've got the picture of the exterior of the property. I've got my maintenance required, suggested improvements in our summary. a little bit of copy that says I've been around the property, which you can customize as well. We then go into the main table of the areas. Only the rooms that have got notes against them will be included in here, particularly for sub-inspection areas. And then you've got your photos behind with any notes that are included above. Okay. If I tap the screen now, you'll see that we have a little icon up here, and I can press that icon and I can select whether I want to forward this report to Dropbox or any other file sharing service that I have. I can print it, I can email it, and I can message it too. Just in this video, that will give you enough to enable you to start conducting inspections. If you go to the bottom navigational bar, there is the PIM Help Desk. If you open up the PIM Help Desk, it gives you access to a resource of training guides, troubleshooting guides, etc. So you can learn at your own pace. We have a Contact Us facility that creates a work ticket and put in there any questions. How do I do this? Any suggestions? And that can then be sent to us and we can get in touch with you quickly. And we've also got a send diagnostics. So we may at some point say, what's going on? Send us a diagnostics file. That will create an email as long as you've got an email account set up on your iPad. Give us a little settings log so we can troubleshoot quickly. Okay, I'm going to delete that draft. Finally, we have settings. So if I go to settings, go into PIM admin, take some time to have a look through here. Your inspectors is where you create your inspectors and select your template, so you can add multiple inspectors who might be using that iPad. You have your shorthand words and phrases library, so these are places. Look through these, add, amend, change as required. You have your inspection areas, so in here if you want to change or add different sub-inspection areas, you can go into the area, into the sub-inspection area and press plus and put additional things in. Okay, back, done. You can also add new areas. So if you want to add new areas for nurseries, swimming pools, whatever it is that you're inspecting, you can do this here. Again, get in touch with us at support@propertyinspectionmanager.com because we can help talk through what you're after and suggest the best way to create your PIM to suit your inspection needs. Property profiles, that's where you create your different types of properties that you're inspecting. You can add new ones, put in a new title, add the areas that you want to include in that inspection so that when you create new inspections, it's just a tick of a button. Okay. And quick check labels, where you change the labels for your little quick checks. So they are defaulted as clean and damaged, working and maintenance, but we do have customers that use satisfactory, unsatisfactory, tenant action, landlord action, that sort of thing. Well, I hope this has got you to a stage where you understand more how PIM works. Please get in touch with us, particularly for commercial property. It's such a wide-ranging field and everybody seems to have different requirements in terms of what they're collecting as far as the information and the way they present it. But we've got the flexibility within the settings in PIM and the creation of the template to make your process more efficient, more structured, and set you apart from the competition. Thank you very much.